This is the Packs Mo, and this is out of Europe. I believe they're all handmade. It's a really small cottage company. The reason that I bought this pack was because I wanted it to be a material that sheds water, either Dyneema or EcoPack, which this is the EcoPack, the Ultra 200, I believe. I wanted the bottom pocket, which this has. This has an amazing stretchy bottom pocket. I wanted water bottle pockets, which it has, up in the front. I wanted them to be attached and not detachable because I use water bottle pockets all the time. So I have absolutely no reason for them to detach. And I wanted hip belt pockets. I also wanted something that I could use with my kids on like 5 or 6 day treks. If you can imagine, there's a lot of weight in food when you go with 4 people. My kids don't carry any food. They just carry their snacks. They carry all their gear, but my husband and I carry all the food in it at 2 pounds a person per day. That gets pretty heavy. And my pack on day 1 is usually about 38 pounds on a 6-day trip. So I needed something that was going to carry the weight really well. So I bought this pack, and in all honesty, I only used it once. And that's because even though it has all the features I wanted, it was really uncomfortable. I don't want you to shy away from buying this pack in any way because it's an incredible pack. I gave this pack to my husband. He loves it. He uses it for every trip that is, between 1 to 3 days. When he carries the big tent for us, he has to use a bigger pack for longer trips, but he loves this pack. For me, it didn't work very well because it just didn't fit me well. And this is why. This has a really great hip belt. It's got lots of padding. It's not uncomfortable that way. It's got side pockets that you can buy. These pockets are great. They come separate, so you have to order them separately, but they're worth every penny. The problem is this has 2 skinny straps right here. I don't know if you can see it, but instead of having 1 strap, it has 2 skinny straps that come together in a Y, and these cut into my belly. I'm not super skinny. I have a bit of a belly. I've had 2 kids, probably too many chips in my life, but I do not have a skinny belly. So this really cut into me. So even though this is rated to carry, I think, 40 pounds, it has a really nice frame in here that distributes the weight really nicely to the hip belt. It didn't work for me because I couldn't do up the hip belt tight because it really hurt. So for me, my shoulders were really sore because most of the weight was sitting on my shoulders because I couldn't tighten up the hip belt. I'll show you the difference. I have this replacement, which is a Hyperlite Southwest 3400, and I'll do a separate review on this. But this has a really big single strap in the front, and this is very comfortable for me. So this pack here is my replacement, and I absolutely love this pack. Now, the good things about this pack are it's made of the EcoPack material, which is really great for shedding water and shedding snow. And when your gear is in here, you still have to use like a Nylafume bag or a Dyneema bag or whatever as a liner to keep your gear perfectly dry, because most of these packs that are made in EcoPack or Dyneema or whatever are not seam sealed. So you still have to protect your gear. However, the advantage of this material is it doesn't soak up water, and your pack doesn't get heavier in the rain. When it's pouring rain and your pack's getting wet, it's not going to weigh, another 3-4 pounds heavier just because of the water. So that's really great. It's also mostly waterproof, like water resistant, a lot more waterproof than other packs that I have. So that's a really great advantage to this pack. It's also got the really big stretchy pocket in the front, which is amazing. I can get a lot of gear in here. It stretches out pretty good. Maybe not as much as my giant pocket on the front of my Hyperlite, but I really like this material. My Hyperlite actually tore right here on the front pocket, which I have to get fixed. I don't know if you can see that. So, obviously this is more durable because this pack has been used just as much. The other thing I really like is that it's got the pockets on the side that have the pull so that you can tighten the pocket on the top so you can keep your gear secure. It's also got the stretchy lace-up stretch fabric here so that you can put like your pulls in here, or your tent if you wanted to, wet tent, or your water bottles, or I put my chair in here and I put my hiking ultralight umbrella, and yeah, it keeps everything really well. You can keep your water bottles in here. So that's really great about the pack. Also, this bottom pocket is amazing. You can see the bottom pocket has a hole right here, and this hole is for garbage. So you can put your snacks on one side, you can pull your snacks out of this side, and when you're done with your garbage from your snack, you can put it in this little hole so that your garbage actually ends up behind your snacks. And that is one of the biggest reasons I bought this pack, because it has that pocket, and not a whole lot of these bigger backpacks with the full frame have that bottom pocket. The other thing I really like about this pack is it's got 2 snaps right here, so you can just snap this together and you can roll down the roll top, and a roll top keeps water out way better. Not only that, but like you can stuff more gear in here, and if you need to, you can just have like 2 rolls at the top and you've got this whole space in here to put more gear, which is great. So it's got lots of room. If I were to buy this pack again, I'd probably get a 60 liter, just because I am using it, or was using it, on big trips with my kids. The frame is really cool. It actually comes out, and the Atom Packs web page, they show you how to mold this to your back, and you can pull it out, and it's got an aluminum long stay here that you can bend to be kind of the same shape as your back. And because this has also this plastic frame sheet across here, it's also got horizontal stability instead of just stability up and down, which is great, because then all of the gear inside of your pack doesn't make a big round bulbous thing that you put your back against. It keeps your gear nice and flat, so it sits nice and flat on your back, which is great. When there's horizontal stability like that, it also distributes the weight across the bottom of the hip belt, which is a lot better than some packs that just have the up and down. So like I said before, one thing I really liked about this pack was that it had the integrated water bottle holders. Some people don't use these for water bottles. Some people use them for snacks. Because I use them for a water bottle, and on one side I keep bear spray, I find that these are actually too tall on the strap. There's quite a bit of space underneath it on the strap, and I feel that's probably maybe 2-3 inches. If these holders were moved down 3 inches, it would just be so much better. I'll show you when I have the pack on how high these bottle pockets are. I've got my bear spray here, and in the Rockies in Canada, we have to carry bear spray year round. We've got cougars in the wintertime and in the summer. We've got bears in the summertime, so I always have my bear spray. As you can see, the bear spray sits really high. If I'm turning my head or if I'm leaning down, I'm hitting that bear spray. I've also got the Solomon soft flasks, and they're pretty long, and they also stick out a little bit too far on these. So Atom Packs, if you're listening, if you could move your water bottle holders down to the bottom of the strap, that would be awesome. If you're using a small bottle like this, a small Nalgene, it works all right, you know. Still though, I mean, if you're bending down, maybe you could hit it, but you know, if you want to carry like a 750 ml bottle or a smart water bottle or anything like that here that's any taller than this short Nalgene bottle, it doesn't work very well. These side pockets here are pretty amazing. I only bought one because I've got a Dyneema pocket I got off Etsy. I'll have to link that Dyneema pocket down at the bottom. I do wish that the pack material on the back was also the Eco Pack instead of the Cordura material, just because I have a husky and it totally collects all of the hair. So this is something that may not bother anybody else, just me, but you know, Cordura just attracts animal hair. But other than that, this pack is really great. My husband loves it. Fits him perfect. Not so great on me. One other thing I should say is Adam Packs has amazing customer service. When my husband measured my back, I was just like a half an inch above the medium size. So I was going into the large size. So I ended up ordering a large size pack. And I would say that if you are right on the line between a medium and a large, go for the medium. When I got the large, it was sitting probably 3 inches above my shoulder. And I ended up having to return the pack, which was okay because customer service at Adam's Pack is phenomenal. And they have another, I don't know if it's Adam Packs USA or what, but they have a box that you can send it to in the US to return it, so you don't have to actually pay for all of the shipping to get it overseas again. And then they graciously sent me a medium pack right away after I sent back the large. So that ended up working out okay. I did ask Adam Packs in the beginning, what size they thought I should get. And according to my measurements, they said that I should get the large, but it was just way too big. I know that when you fill up a pack, it's nice to have a little bit of room up top if you're kind of putting the pack into its higher weight capacities, because packs usually slouch a little bit in the back and they'll pull down on your shoulder straps if you've got a lot of weight in the pack. So at like 38 pounds, I would be kind of making the pack slouch down a little bit, and a little bit of room would be okay. But 3 inches of room above my shoulders was just too much. You do want the pack to sit on your hip bone here, and you do want the pressure alleviated off your shoulders. So, I mean, if you're maybe an inch into a full inch, or maybe an inch and a half into the large, then I would go for the large. But if you're right on the line, go for the medium. The large seems to be a lot bigger than I expected. Hopefully this review helps you out if you're thinking about buying this Adam pack. I'll do another review on the Hyperlight pack maybe next week. Thank you.